Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good morning. Today is the 22nd of March and this is part 3 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2024 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show. We're in the CCA auction at the moment. We've done several parts in here already, but there's a long way to go. We might not be finished with this part. I do apologise in advance if I get things wrong, which has happened already. If I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we'll start in this row with this Mercedes-Benz AMG variant. This is a C63 AMG Coupe. It's from the C204 series. I've just done W204 on my channel actually, which was a bit more modest than this. It was a base model 2014 run-out model, and it was not 14 to 18,000. It was a lot more modest than that, maybe half of that. But you know, this has a 6.2 litre V8 in it, so yeah, it's really strange because it's badged as 6.3, but it's actually a 6.2 litre. Ghost Instructions. Weird. Maybe it's owned by Casper. Right, 2005 Aston Martin DB9 Coupe. I've driven a Volante one of these on a track actually, and it was interesting. A lot of things didn't work. This one looks in much better condition. 26,000 pounds. Yeah, that's very nice, viewers. But I'm afraid I've been seduced by a beige leather interior with wood and piping, which again I'm unable to access. Denied. Again. I'm not very happy about that, viewers, because I quite like this 2001 Bentley Enage Red Label. I like it quite a lot. 15 to 19,000, 66,000 miles, magnolia leather. I think the way I describe it is beige, viewers. Never mind, we can't get in. What have we got here? 2014 BMW M5 F10 Competition Package. I have driven an F10 M5 series a long time ago. It wasn't like this though. It was not like this at all. This is a facelift. One facelift occurred in 2013. I think though, from smelling leather in cars like that, I know what I prefer. Like this, for example. This is a very nice Jaguar. This is a XK8, a 4 litre. It's just before the facelift in 2002 to 2001. I just drove actually 1997 XK8. And that was very nice. This is also very nice. This has the classic interior, which is cream and beige leather in it. And I like that rather a lot. This Lancia Delta HF Integrale is nice though. It's a 1990 turbo 8 valve, 25,000 pounds. Yeah, a bit more than that Jaguar at 12 to 15, and it's only in left-hand drive. But of course, after a certain point, the Deltas in this country of this shape were only available left-hand drive, and only I think really is the Integrale. I think though this is even better for me. 1993, so the very, very last year they made them. Ford Sierra, and it's a special one. It's an XR 4x4, and it's immaculate. That's crazy. I'm going to take a picture of this for Mr. Coleman, rubbish mechanic, and he will be probably as enthused as I am. One thing that's really interesting is this high-powered. I think this is like a 2.9 V6 in this. It's got really standard-looking wheels on it. Like they look like they're sort of from a really poverty spec car, but these are the original wheels. 10 to 12,000 pounds. I mean, that is amazing. I really like that. I also like this 1993 Jaguar XJS 6-litre V12 Coupe. Dark green, beige leather interior, £15,000 to £18,000, and it's even got a phone. And it's locked. Oh, great. Denied again. Problem with the V12 version is I love it. The wheels are great. I love the colour. I love the interior. This one looks in really nice condition. It's just the running cost of the V12 engine, which would make it, I'd much prefer a 4-litre, but everything else, yes please. Including the old NEC mobile phone. I'll have that too. Ooh, Nissan Skyline. Or Datsun Skyline. Is this... My gosh, it's actually a British market one. That's absolutely mad. No way. Wow. I'd forgotten they actually made these for the UK market. It's a 240k GT in this country. Is it open? Oh, it is. Wow. Electric windows. We've got a second door handle for people in the back to pull. Oh, I love stuff like this. End rust guaranteed corrosion protection. What's it again? 12 to 15. I'm not sure I can afford it though, viewers, and where on earth am I going to find parts of that? Look at the rear end, it's just superb. You've got rear wiper action and everything. It's the same price as this Capri. Yeah, it's the same estimate. 86 Capri Laser with a 3-Durasix engine. And the grille off, I think, a Mark II Capri. So a bit of a sort of modification, but that's okay. It's not a problem. We've got the earlier 4-speed in there as well. Yeah, I mean, again, it's hard, but Skyline is just a bit rarer. This is rare though in itself. Another Capri. This is mad. This is very much someone's personal taste, of course. 1984 Mark III Capri 2.8 custom special. £30,000 to £35,000. Very nice. I'm just not sure I'd have that. But the 404. Does that mean it's an error? A Ford P100 Cosworth. Offering practicality and impressive performance for £14,000 to £18,000. Yeah. I mean, if you need to make deliveries as quickly as you possibly can, that's probably not a bad idea. But for me, I think I prefer this Series 3 Jaguar XJ6. Very late, just before the XJ40 came out. So 1986 on a D. So very late. So let's say rhodium silver. I'm really starting to appreciate these. I never did when I was younger, but especially it's got a cloth interior, which is actually rarer, really. Depends whether you like that sort of thing or not, but I do. I probably prefer the XJ40 even more, and actually those seem to be cheaper these days, but still nice. Then we've got a Series 3, we've got a Series 1 here. This one's a manual, overdrive manual. It is a 4.2 from 1969. That is probably quite a desirable spec, actually. Ascot fawn with beige leather. Why don't we have a look at this beige leather interior then? That would be nice. Yes. Oh, I can smell it as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, very, very nice. Another XR2. We'll have a look at that in a second, viewers. We'll have a look at the back of the XJ6 first, and the twin fuel tanks, which, as you can see there. 1988 Ford Fiesta XR2 Mark II. So much later ones. We've got pepper pot wheels on this one. The early 85 car we saw in the first part had different wheels on it. It's hard to choose when you've got 3 of them in this sale. It's interesting to see how much they make, because obviously fast forwards tend to fetch a lot of money. Come back to the minis later. We'll go on to this facelift Peugeot 205 GTI. It's 1.6. Forget the name of this colour. It's 10 to 12,000 again. Non-sunroof. I imagine most of them had a sunroof. I mean, that is it's pretty nice. So is this Porsche 911 964 Carrera with rear wiper action. That is satisfying, viewers, seeing rear wiper action or something like this. This is a Tiptronic S, and it's 32 to 36,000 pounds. We'll have to see how it does, I suppose. More Porsche action here. A 928 from 1983. That is the S model. 25 to 30,000 pounds. They must be more desirable than they used to be. I didn't realise they were that much money. Grand Prix White is the name of this colour. And more rear wiper action as well. Something that I have just noticed actually is this Alpina B10 3.5. That is a rare thing actually. It's based on the 7 Series. Is this open? Oh yeah. It's a manual. I mean, this thing should absolutely shift. Oh, it smells. Well, that lovely old car smell as well. Fantastic. 20 to 25,000. Completed as a B10 by Sytner, so it's not a full B10. So I think the B10s only came on left-hand drive from memory. But there we go, that's nice too. Bizarrely, I've actually driven one of these before in a very similar spec. This is a GT Junior, but it's with a 2-litre engine, which is like the one my friend owns. Also 71. I think his original was a 1300. This was a 1600. Why it's got a 72 plate on it, I don't know. Mystery. Yeah, 20 to 25,000. That sounds about right. The only thing I would say about this car, although it was great to drive, the driving position is not very good if you have legs that are long. If you have legs that are short, it's fantastic, but I don't. So that was not good for me. And we've got Mark II Ford Zodiac here. Poshest of the 3 Graces. With call it sunshade over. 61 Zodiac Lowline. I could never remember the difference between the Highline and Lowline. It wasn't the same to me. But relatively late. But the Mark III came out in 62. So a Morgan. That looks like a Rovers D1 gearbox in it, and then controls from like an Allegro or Marina. 81 plus 8, yeah, that makes sense. Same engine as an ST1 3500. 20 to 25,000 pounds. The Zodiac is sort of 14 to 18, so that's a bit more expensive. And then another Capri 2.8 injection. Seems to be a lot of Capris at this sale for some reason. 87, made 86, registered 87 of course. 60 to 20. So a little bit less than the Morgan. I mean, that's very nice. It's special because of the seats and things in it. Rather nice. This will probably be some kind of replica, won't it? It won't be an original 356 Speedster. Yeah, it's a 78 stroke. Hang on, there's some mistake going on here. It says 73, it says 78, and it's a 2020. Finished in 2020, 25 miles since it's been in the museum. But yeah, 73 GTY 212L. 30 to 40. If that was a real 356 Speedster, it'd be an awful lot more than that. Oh, and someone's found my ideal specification of E46 BMW convertible. Alpina wheels in kind of I don't know what colour this is. It's like a, I don't know, iridescent, Scarab green metallic. There we go. Beige leather interior and wood. This is the 3.3. Oh, with the Alpina spec with an automatic gearbox. Yes, please. That'll do nicely. Yeah, it looks different in different light. It's supposed to be green, but it looks purple at the moment. What have we got for the estimate on this? 12 to 15,000. Okay. Something tells me though that most of you might prefer this Porsche 911 Turbo. Say 11996, estimate 28 to 32,000 pounds. A facelifted one. Oops, sorry. I think though I'm more drawn to this 1990 Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit 2. I think once we take a look inside, you might know the reason why. But I'm going to have a seat in here. Oh, dark blue with that's cream door cards, but beige leather interior, wooden piping. Oh, look at the thickness of these carpets. Oh, these smell really, really good as well. I haven't driven one of these, but I have driven a Bentley 8, which is very similar to this, and that was good. Oh, you just sit in here and just smell the combination of real wood and a proper leather interior. Problem is when you've got to actually sort of look after it and pay for maintenance, which is always a problem. 12 to 15,000 with personal plate and age rated as well. Right, a bit of an older one, this one I think. Yeah, this is an 85, 10 to 12. Again, we have a beige leather interior with wood, but no piping this time. And we've got a slightly older style of steering wheel. Intoxicating. Supplied by Henleys of Salisbury. Yeah, CG was an old Salisbury plate. Wonderful. I mean, we're doing well with beige leather interiors here today, viewers. Even Miss Vauxhall Calibra's got one. This is a Turbo 4x4 limited edition. 51 examples. Oh, sorry, autofocus playing up again. And one owner from new. Jet black with Ermshire spoiler, £15,000-20,000. It's 97, so it's quite late in Calibra production. Ah, yes, fantastic. Typical Vauxhall of the period wear on the Gilly the Gator, but I mean that's easily fit, isn't it? Calibra Turbo. Yes. Some of you though might prefer this BMW 6 Series. 80 to 81, I think, on an X. Oh, it's 82 actually, this one. Shark nose. 32 to 36,000. I'd best get saving up. 1973 Ford Capri Mark 1 Super Speed V8. Interesting. Super Estics. It's not a Piranha. It's not from South Africa. 30 to 40,000 pounds. Facelift 73 would be. Oh gosh. A copyright claim for AHA in the background, viewers. 5-speed gearbox with Tremec. It's a unit actually that I used in a Jaguar E-Type recently. That is it's pretty good, really. Another tastefully modified Capri, the Tickford Turbo. There's actually a whole Tickford stand around here for the modified Capris. 45 to 50,000 pounds. It's an 84. Most of them are white, but you could also get some other colours. These are the only Capris, I think, to get standard electric windows. Completely sort of different animal from a standard Capri, isn't it? Yeah, electric windows. Then another car a little bit later, this Audi Or Quattro. 1990. Lego Blue Metallic, that's very nice. 48 to 52,000 pounds. Those are very expensive cars at the moment. It's the first Volvo that we've actually seen at the show, I think it is. It's a 1968 1800S. It's not a P1800S. They were called the 1800S by this stage, as the second bit says. 30 to 35,000 pounds. It's got the same wheels as the ones that were in the Saint, so the later ones. Quite like these. I'd have to go in one of these at one point. I know a few people in the Volvo Owners Club in the Porsche section that I'm part of who actually have these, and that is, well, it's superb. BMW 3 to CSL, 60 to 70,000 pounds. That one is not perfect or anything like that, but if it was perfect it'd be about 100 grand or something, so, you know, there we go. It says highly covered BMW Audi 70s, 73 CSL, need a bit of TLC, and what an opportunity it is. It is indeed, if you've got lots and lots of money to spend on it, which I do not have. And we've got the 1976 Corvette Stingray C3 Targa, which is this, 12 to 15,000, like so many cars are around here. I wonder if the other Corvette we saw earlier on is better than that one. I don't know. This one's probably even better though. This is the sort of 60s model, the C2. 1965, manual convertible. It's a very, very strange colour. 5-speed manual in that, wow. It would have been quite a car back in the day. And then we've got 66 E-Type. This is a Series 1 4.22 plus 2. It's a specification that I drove in 2020 with a 5-speed gearbox in it. 30 to 40,000. Yeah, not all E-Types are really expensive. This one, the trim needs doing and things like that, so it's pretty why it's a bit cheaper. 2004 Bentley Continental GT. I like the colour, I'm still not so keen on that interior. It needs to be a bit of a lighter interior, from my point of view. It's about 18 to 22. Yeah, I mean, if everything works in it, there's a notorious for like loads and loads of problems with these cars, so if everything works in it, that's not too bad. 1999 Mini Cooper Sport. Quite a late one, but not the very last. 12,500. Why on earth are they using phrases like Bobby Dazzler to describe something like this? That seems a bit kind of wrong to me, but you know, I don't work for the auction house viewers. I just shuffle around with a phone and try not to fall over and mumble to myself. Right, 1998 Mini Cooper, a bit cheaper than the other one. That one's only sort of 8 to 10,000. So this is a really late Mini pickup, really late one. Even at the end of production, which this would be 82, it's still on the kind of pressed steel grille, house style door handles, sliding windows and exposed hinges right the way through to the end. This one's been modified though, which is interesting. This is a much earlier one, a 64, and apart from some of these wheel arch bits, it's not changed that much. The interior is a bit different, but the basic sort of ingredients are still there. We've still got all the things I mentioned on this car. Sorry, pickup. That, amazingly, is actually worth more than that one. Probably because it's a really early one. Same applies with the vans. You can see again, this is an 81, but it still looks really similar to the 64 model on the right. 10 to 12,000, very, very nice condition actually, that one. But as you can see, the track is a lot wider. We've got a 1265 GT that's been converted to run a Honda Civic Type R engine. 14 to 18,000 pounds. Wow. And we've got a really interesting Range Rover. Yeah, it looks a bit different. That's because it's a Monteverde Range Rover. This is one that was actually, how do we put this, sort of like converted by the Monteverde company in Switzerland. I've never seen one of these before. I've heard of them. This is an 82. For some reason, he just even tried to change the wing mirrors for reasons best known to himself. So look at the interior. That's probably one of the things that's unique about these. It's not that different. I wonder what, maybe the leather or something's different. Yeah, it needed some restoration. Absolutely. Oh, a Carmichael fire tender, 69 Range Rover Carmichael fire tender. This is a really early Range Rover. It's a YVB, so it's kind of sort of pre-production. How much is one of these then? It is 12 to 15,000. So Drayton Collection is presumably all this stuff. Yeah, we're not going to get through this and the rest of this part, are we, viewers? We'll cover some of them though. Suffix A V8 3-door 7 to 10. I imagine what's going to happen with this is the body's going to be taken off and it's going to have a much newer body put on it, because this body is done, isn't it? It's done. Yeah, hose down interior of the original ones. Really long gear lever as well. This is I've never seen one of these before. This is a wooden picket converted Range Rover. Yeah, lots of wood. See if the doors don't hang this one. No, that's locked. Okay. Yeah, 87. That one is 60 to 12, 60 to 10. So actually, very slightly cheaper than the other one. That's better. We can talk about this Defender. It's a V8. Fantastic. 46,000. I mean, it all looks like it's got a sort of drunken appearance. This one. Look at that. It's all sort of bleeding over. That needs some work. How on earth did I even get in here? Yeah, and it needs a good clean. Yeah. Might be a case of this one. Again, you know, the body might actually be worth less than the chassis. I don't know. Vogue SC, getting a little bit newer here. I drove one of these once actually. A long time ago. I was actually 17 when I drove it. I drove it on private land. That's a 91 5 to 7. This is a Jan Speed Turbo. I didn't know such a thing even existed. Jan Speed Turbo Classic Range Rover from 86. Wow, you learn something new every day. 1987 Range Rover 5 litre manual. 6 to 10, 7 to 10 on that one. Otherwise, yeah, the colour's interesting. Manuals are quite rare. Another suffix there. This one's a lot better than the other one. Obviously, if you've got one suffix there, you don't need to restore all the others. 10 to 12,000. It's pretty good actually. I mean, there's not been some problems with it or something, but that on face it doesn't look too bad. Is this Capri from the same collection as well then, or something? It's just a shell, isn't it? And a dash. 1986 Ford Capri laser body shell plus an X-Pack kit. 4 to 5,000. Wow. Interesting. Also interesting is this Morris 8 two-door saloon. 1938, estimate 2 to 4,000. Who says that just because something's old means it's valuable? I mean, it's not the best example. It looks okay. You can take it to shows and stuff, I'm sure, if you sort of the mechanical bits out on it. But ideally, you'd be doing a sort of restoration of that. Final car then we'll look at is this Lancia Beta Monte Carlo, 1977 to 78 registration. Is this the one with the brake servo or without the brake servo used? Series 1, so you've got a brake servo. £79,000. They're not exactly common, are they? Right-hand drive. Wow. Anyway, that is quite enough for part 3 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2024 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.